Hi, this is Susan Broder from Speak Languages and Travel the World, your English teacher here to help you with your fluency. So today's topic is about my best students. I'd like to tell you which characteristics my best students have. But before I do so, don't forget to subscribe. I've said many times, those who haven't subscribed won't get notifications. So I'd love you to know when everything is on, when I'm live, and when I'm putting some videos on my YouTube channel. So please subscribe. And also, don't forget to download the free fluency exercises down in the description below. That's where you can find the link. Okay, so my best students, not all of them become best before I meet them. Some are already excellent students who want to continue to improve their English. And some of them really amaze me. They come here saying that they'd like to improve their English when they're already really quite fluent. Some are also quite young. And I'm always asking them, well, how did you do this? Do you have any English friends? Have you traveled a lot? And they tend to say, no, we don't particularly travel. No, I don't have many English friends. So when I dig deeper, I discover what they've been doing. Now, nearly all of them watch YouTube. They choose their best, oh, just a second. They choose their favorite yes, they choose their favorite YouTubers. They could be singers. They could be anything that really interests them. If they're interested in science, if they're interested in something else, they will always choose something. Fashion, I know that some love fashion. They will always choose something that they particularly love. So when they follow their YouTubing when they're fans of these YouTubers, they inevitably pick up the language. Now, that's one of them. Then lyrics training is another. Just a second, I must ask my son to do something. Paolo, could you please turn off the peas? Okay, well, I'm terribly sorry, but I think I'm cooking and I'm famous for burning my food because I'm always busy at work. So that's a problem I have to solve. Okay, so lyrics training, let me share this document with you, is something very interesting. That's for music. Here we are. Can you see that? Let me have a look here. Okay, is it sharing? Okay, here you have lyrics training. Now, lyrics training is a website where you can listen to your favorite music. At the same time, you can play a game with it, also with your friends, challenging them to see if you can improve by practically singing along and writing in the words that are missing. Now, I can't actually show you how it works. It would take too long, but it's very, very interesting because you can choose, I usually say not to choose too high, usually intermediate level. And with the intermediate level, you can have about 2 words per line, and the 2 words per line are enough for you to learn. You can go back, you can listen again, and if you get it right, there's a green blob that comes out. If you get it wrong, there's a red blob, but it's really exciting because you can do it many times, and you can do it with easy or more difficult songs. Now, another website that you can see written down here is VoScreen. Now, this one isn't usually one that my students come along with, but I recommend it to them, and those who use it improve incredibly. It's 5 seconds English, as I've written down here. This means when you log in, you just need to put voscreen.com and add your email. So it regulates it depending on how what your level is. So if you log in there, you can watch 5 seconds of a film, as many times as you want and try and see if you understand the few words they're saying, and then you click to find out whether what you said was right. Now, the translation into your own language isn't very good because it's Google Translator, which I never recommend, but that's not really important. What's more important is that the subtitles appear, and the subtitles are really, really interesting, because they help you understand the words. So I would recommend clicking to find out if the subtitles were what you had really understood, and then going back and listening again. And I also usually recommend repeating. So for example, if someone in the film says, "Hey, how are you doing?" Then when you've decided you've understood, you can click, you'll get the subtitle, "Hey, how are you doing?" And then you can click and listen again. You can listen, you can watch, and then you can repeat, "Hey, how are you doing?" So let's go back. YouTube is definitely one of the best ways of improving your English, because you can choose what you're passionate about and follow those YouTubers. Then lyrics training is really, really good, because you can practice your songs on it, the ones you really like, and they don't need to be particularly difficult, and you can repeat them infinitely. There's also a karaoke function for fun. Screen, because that gives you 5 seconds of listening practice, but very, very intensely. You can always go over and over it. And the last thing that many of them do is, when they do research for school or for their own interests, they don't read, many people will look at Wikipedia for information. Wikipedia has a lot of information, too much. It's too much to handle and digest. But if you go down on the left, where all the languages are, most Wikipedia how can we say, yes, items have the language which is called Simple English. Now, what they do is they take the article and they simplify it. And that's really for people who don't know English very well. And it's very nice, because it helps you understand the subject in easy words. And those are words which you can then take to explain to others about whatever you need to do for a school project, or if you want to explain to somebody else about it. So finally, the last thing that my best students do is to speak to themselves. That's another thing that I've always recommended to them. Speak to yourself. Speak to yourself whilst you're getting dressed, whilst you're going somewhere, whilst you're doing very mundane things around the house, tidying your desk, cooking, anything really, when your mind isn't occupied. So one last revision. You follow your best YouTubers, you practice your songs with lyrics training, you use VoScreen for more intense listening practice. If you need reading practice, there's Simple English, and speak to yourself. Okay, so do try it out, because my best students are usually the ones who implement these things. And well, don't forget to download your free fluency exercises if you haven't done so. And please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you again next time. Bye. Bye-bye.